this is Stampy, and welcome to another video on LEGO Worlds. I am currently flying to a brand new world, and I have a new challenge that has been set to me, a new object that I need to build. And this one was suggested by Cool Cat Gaming, and they suggested that I need to try and build a computer, which seems like something that wouldn't be impossible for me to be able to build. So I'm going to put a brand new world. It's kind of in the scrap heap style. I thought would be the one that might be most fitting for a giant computer. There's also some scientists wandering around that can use the computer. There should be some astronauts around here as well. And I also spawned in a whole load of mice as well because, well, you can't really have a computer without a mouse, can you? So it seemed like the most fitting thing for me to spawn in. Anyway, so let's go in to build a computer. So I guess I should build a big computer desk first. So one of the things that's really lacking is the customization options for building a brand new world. Like, I'd love to be able to make like a completely flat world, or kind of really, is this like a glow in the dark mouse? Look at this mouse here. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I'd love to have more options for kind of the world you create, or just choose like a color that I want the ground to be or something. I'm sure that stuff is coming in the future, but for now, this stuff does fine. So let's find out a good place to build this then. I don't think we're going to find a big empty area here. It just seems to be an enormous scrap heap no matter where we go. I just want to find a relatively flat area. Let's try and build it here then, shall we? We can always go and flatten out the area even more if we want to. Let's customize ourselves a little bit though. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Say no more, say no more, say no more. I will go and look like this. Why not, why not, why not? Right then, let's go to free build mode then, and let's just start flattening first then, shall we? So we want to go to, there's a whole flatten tool, isn't there? There we go. Simple enough. Let's go and make this as wide as we can. So I'll flatten a big area around it. Oh, okay. It does look a little bit messy. I will be honest, it does look a little bit messy, but don't worry. This will be worth it once we have an enormous computer here. So we can then build a giant computer desk. I didn't really think too much about actually building the desk. I was just thinking of a big computer. I like the idea of building a computer because I can make a big boxy shape. And I'm good at big boxy shapes. It's when we start to try and add even more details than that. That is when the troubles start to arrive. And oh, really? Really? Oh, I'm going to tidy that up now. Right, let's go back to the flatten tool and let's go and sort out my pit. I don't know. Oh, I just did that wrong. Wait, let me undo. Undo. Look at that. There we go. I worked out where the undo tool is. How fancy. So I think I want it on this level. Does that look about right? There we go. Completely flat the way I want it. So as I said, let's go and do the old desk then first, shall we? So if we go to add and remove, I guess, and then we want a, let's do like silver for the table legs as if they're metal, and then, oh look, let's keep making the hole reappear. Could I wonder if I could wait for an animal to wander over it and then go boom and make the pit appear so it falls in and then fill it back in. Oh look, here comes a mouse. Here comes a mouse. Come on, come this way, mouse. Keep coming. Come on, come into my trap. Nothing to see. And then pow! Okay, none of the mouse went in that direction. Anyway, yeah, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to change the shape. I did work out how to do that in the last episode. And now, of course, I have immediately forgotten. No. Not that. Oh, no. Don't do that right. Undo. And then undo again. There we go. Perfect. So how did I change the shape of this thing? So is it the triggers L1, R1... circle. Nope, definitely not circle. Let's go back to this mode. It was this button. There we go. So if I do a sphere, this might seem weird, but trust me, this will make sense. So this will basically make a big cylinder going up to the top. Well, kind of a cylinder shape. It's kind of a bit too small to be a proper cylinder, but that kind of looks like a pretty decent table leg, doesn't it? I think that looks all right. So let's go exactly across to here, and then this will be the other table leg here. So let's go right down into the ground and go and build this up here. Then we do a completely flat surface on the top, which will be the actual table itself. And is that about the same height? That looks okay. So yeah, now we can go across and do the other one over here, and then we can go and do the giant table. And then I guess I need to decide how this computer's going to be. So I'm going to do a bit of an old-fashioned computer, just because kind of old computers were just always giant, big, kind of beigey boxes. They look really ugly compared to newer computers, which can be much more exciting and inventive looking. But the old ones were much more simple, and we want to make sure we have this lined up. Let's there we go. Let's just do it roughly lined up. Close enough, I'd say. Close enough. Oh, is it a little bit... Might be a little bit to the right. Let's go slightly left. There we go. That will do for me. It doesn't matter if we have a slightly wonky table here. It's not like it's going to end up falling over. And then, yeah, let's go and do the top of the table now then. So we need to switch this to a cube. And now let's go and change it so it's, I think there's like a proper wood one. I don't know, because that's going to make it look more like a tree, isn't it? Oh, let's go for this one. Let's go for sponge cake. Let's have a sponge cake table. I mean, I'm not saying the table is actually a sponge cake, but I kind of like the look of that color. So let's do about this big here, and then let's go slightly over the legs as well. So if we go and line this up, so that's it lined up. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, about there. Then if we do the same going this side, here's our sponge cake table. Looks kind of ridiculous. Yeah, there we go. Let's not worry about doing it exactly. That will be good enough. Who's going to be there counting the Lego bricks to make sure it's exactly right? So I want to go slightly over this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that'll do. Around about that. And then I just need to see if all the table legs are tall enough. That one might be slightly too short, but let's not worry about that too much for now. Let's go and link this up to the other side, and then filling in the middle will be way easier because I don't need to worry about being exact. It's just, oh, actually, let's go. Oh, no, don't get rid of the whole thing. Put the whole thing back. There we go. Okay, it is gradually going back. I just kind of went a little bit off here. So what I might do is line it up here and then just remove just this section there. And then I just need to go out slightly wider on this part here, just to line it up. And then, yeah, that should be good to go along here. It's just when you go slightly too far, it can really mess you up. So let's just go, make sure I don't go too far. Perfect. And now I can just go and fill in all of the middle. Here is going to be my giant sponge cake table. I didn't realize it was going to quite look like this. It actually looks a little bit weirder than I expected, but it can just be an interesting table. I should have done a glass table. That could have been cool with some of the transparent blocks. That might have actually ended up looking awesome. But my sponge cake table, I think, is going to look absolutely fantastic. And then let's start off with building the monitor then. The screen, I think, is going to be the best way to do that. It's also going to be one of the easier things to be able to do. So let's go for one of those kind of off-white colors. I'm not going to do one of these really mixed colors again because they do look bizarre. Kind of, oh, light nougat. Well, actually, I think it might look too similar to the table. So let's just go for a pure white one then, shall we? And let's just make a big box that can be sitting on the table here. Let's do it. It needs to be slightly forward because I need room for slightly backwards, sorry, because I need room for the keyboard as well. So let's maybe put it slightly further to the middle, and let's do it slightly off because we can kind of do like a little stand part as if it's being held up by something. So that should be exactly in the middle there. And then let's go and let's do like a cylinder going down into the table as if this is kind of like a swivel point, I guess. So let's just do this as a black there like that. It doesn't matter if we're filling the inside. Did I do it? Did I actually place anything? There we go. Yep, I did. And then maybe, let's go back to white again. Maybe like a really flat section down low as well, just to kind of make it look like that's the part linking it to the table. So I want to make sure I don't go kind of underneath where we are now. And let's just kind of go, we can just do this roughly. This doesn't have to be too exact. We can kind of just go around the outside of this swivel point like this, just to make it look like there is something actually holding this computer off so it's not just floating. There we go. That looks all right. Just don't look at it too closely because you'll see it's a little bit wonky. It's an old computer. So there we go. There is the monitor. We could actually draw something on the screen. Could be quite cool. But for now, let's just try and let's just do it as if it's an off computer for now. Maybe we could do a little bit of decoration later on, but let's just do it as if it's an off computer. So I need to have this exactly lined up here. So how much gap do we want around the outside? It doesn't really matter too much as long as I do the same every time. So let's go down 1, 2, 3, and then go to the side 1, 2, 3, like that. And then let's go and build all of this in there like that. No widescreen monitors. This is an old one. So we got 1, 2, 3. Oh, I think I might have gone slightly. Yeah, I think I went slightly too far to the side there. Let's start this again. 1, 2, 3. It's quite awkward doing it to the side. Going up and down's easy because you can kind of just tap a button, but going to the side's a little bit more difficult. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go. That's going to be an easier way to do it. And then once we've done the outside, filling in all of the middle is going to be way, way, way easier. So once again, let's go and count up from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, like that. Oh, okay. I didn't mean to go back. Doesn't really matter. You can't even see it. Anyway, let's just go up to the top there like that. And now all we need to do is go along this way and then once again count in 3. Then we're going to have our square. 1, 2, 3, like that, and then we should build up to the top. Hopefully this is all going to link up nicely, and it does. There we go. So that's kind of the main part worked out. Now we can just go and fill in all of the middle. So it's going to look like it's off for now. If we do have time, I could maybe build, I don't know, maybe just like a desktop on the screen, or maybe like a screensaver or something, because I can add in loads of detail. Because I can build the Lego bricks so small, there is a lot of different details that I can add in. But it's cool just seeing the actual individual Lego bricks that are making up the screen as well. It doesn't look like a completely big flat surface. You can definitely see that it is all still made out of Lego. It looks a little bit like a rectangle. It goes up a little bit high. It looks a bit odd, doesn't it? Let's go out slightly wider to the side then, maybe, because it does look a little bit strange. So maybe let's just go 1 in from the side, just to keep things simple, just to make it look a little bit more like a square, because it did look a little bit odd otherwise. So yep, let's go to there. Then once again, we want to go just 1 in. And do this down there, and there we go. I can already tell that this is definitely looking better than what it was. And then that's going to be pretty much the monitor done. We should probably add an on-off button, so people will be able to turn it on and off. It'd be cool if they did actually add some sort of mechanics to the game, so you could kind of make it so, you know, you could actually make it work. Like, I'm not saying actually make it so you can build a working computer. That is one step further, but something along those lines would be pretty cool. So this could be a pretty good on-off button, and let's just do it as a different color so it kind of stands out. Let's do it as a green on-off button, because why not? So let's just go and have this down at this little corner here, and we can do this as just an individual block. It's actually not too big, the computer. Now I kind of put these bricks down. So there we go. That is the on-off button. Why not? There we go. And oh, fell under the table. So let's just go and have a little fly backwards and have a look at how this thing is looking so far. I love the table. I really love the table. So there's the monitor. So now let's go and do the keyboard, I guess, will be the next step. So I could just do it by doing these bricks. Might be a little bit of an easier way to do it. So what's kind of like the biggest ones that I can do? Oh, look, you can do some pretty huge ones. Look at these ones. This is going to make this way easier. So once again, we're going to want it to match the actual monitor, so let's just go for the same white that we use the monitor, just so it all matches. And yeah, I think kind of going out this tool will be okay. Of course, we then need to go and add in the actual keys separately, so we can do that afterwards. But we can get the general shape here. So I think maybe this shape, does that look about the right size for a keyboard? That's looking pretty good. And then we can do a mouse mat as well. Let's go and do a mouse mat. So for the mouse mat, I'm going to do it like smoother. I can use these tiles. So what's the biggest tiles I can do? So I can do pretty much the same size, but like this for the mouse mat. And let's go and have this one as a bit of a funkier color. Let's do one of the mixture colors. Oh no, you can't. You can't do the mixture of colors when you're doing single bricks. So just going to have to be a bright one. Let's go for although those ones are like crazy bright. Let's just do a bright blue, and let's do one there and then one next to it, and then there we go. There is the mouse mat. Oh, this is looking good. This is actually looking like a pretty realistic computer, to be honest. So now I need to do all of the individual keys that you would have on the keyboard. So they're generally pretty square. So let's go and do one of the square ones. Maybe just these. I think just a 2x2, kind of one of the more classic Lego bricks. I think they're going to be perfect. And let's do them a slightly different color to the rest of the area, because otherwise it's just going to look exactly the same as the keyboard, and it's not like I can write little like things on them. So let's do it that color there. Is it that color? I think it is. And maybe this height, I think, would be good. Oh, that looks okay. That looks all right. So let's just go and do these along the top here. We won't worry about making them kind of exactly the way that they should be. Actually, you know what? I don't really like them. Let's go get rid of these. Let's do them black or something. I want them to stand out more than they are. Well, maybe just dark gray. There we go. That way we can actually kind of see what they are, because otherwise it kind of all just blended into one, especially when you're looking at it above like this. So let's not worry too much about the actual layout of the keyboard and making sure it's exact. It'd be nice if these do kind of just line in nicely and just make a perfect gap towards the end. That's pretty unlikely though. Oh no, there we go. It fit in absolutely perfectly the entire way across. So let's do a few rows of these and say these are like the numbers and all of the main characters. We could maybe do things a little bit different with the things like the enter key and then the space bar. We can go and make them way bigger than the rest of the area. So I'm kind of looking at my keyboard in front of me, but I got one of the weird Apple keyboards, like the little tiny like wireless one. So it's not a good way to judge how this one's going to be. So it's kind of round about here where they start getting a bit bigger and weirder shaped. So let's kind of do some kind of different shaped ones around here. This could be like the shift key and stuff as well. We can have a few normal ones down here, and then we can go and have the space bar, which can go along the bottom. So we can just keep doing them as these 2x2 ones. There's no point actually using bigger buttons. And then we're going to have like another shift key here. Then I guess we can try and do the arrows. So these would be like, I guess we can go like that, and that. Then that makes the arrows. And then let's kind of just leave a bit of a gap around the rest of the arrows, just so that it's kind of obvious that they are meant to be the arrows. And then we can kind of carry on with these different characters here, which would be like the normal typing ones, just to give a general keyboard shape. Because if I just did all these exactly the same way, the entire way long, I think it would look a little bit weird. So let's go to about there. We can leave a gap and then do one final row along there. And then that's going to be my keyboard complete. And then I think, to be honest, that's going to be pretty much the computer to be complete. Oh, cables! We haven't thought about cabling. Everyone's favorite part about computers, sorting out the cabling. Yeah, jolly good. And I got the actual mouse to add in as well. So let's start off with the simple one. Let's do the cable, which can be going from the keyboard to the computer. So I haven't actually done any of the ports or anything at the back of the computer. I don't know at what point am I adding too much detail. But what are we going to do for the cables? We want something pretty thin, I guess. So I guess just these kind of thinner, longer ones would be good. So maybe these ones here, so we can go and add the cable going up. So let's say that it links to the keyboard here. This can go pretty much back in a straight line. Well, let's kind of make it a little less perfect, shall we? Let's kind of make it go like a little bit to the side and stuff, and maybe make it kind of a little bit more realistically tangled. It's kind of floating a little bit as well, but we can say that it's just a bit of a stiff cable, and that's why it was a little bit higher up there. And we can kind of go and just mess it up a little bit, maybe go around there, maybe do like a little thinner one along here like this. And then that way you can go even more zigzag to how it is now. Maybe you could kind of go like underneath the computer here. That's kind of the nice thing about having this extra space underneath. I can kind of do the cables going here. That looks pretty realistic for how a cable would lie. They never go exactly how you want them to go, do they? And then now we can start going up. So we can keep it kind of the same width brick like this, and then kind of make it look like there's some sort of USB port or HDMI or whatever. It would be one of those giant old ones back in the day. But this will do like this. We can kind of maybe go along there like that to make it look like the keyboard links in. Let's not worry about power cables and stuff. That stuff doesn't really matter. Let's just kind of worry about the actual computer part of the computer. Right then, let's go and do a mouse then, shall we? So this is going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to do it the same white, I think, that I did the rest, just to make it look like it all matches. So let's just go and do that. It's just white, just normal white. And then let's just kind of try and make up a bit of a shape here, shall we? So if we kind of stick with using these small ones, then I should be able to add a decent amount of detail. And let's maybe go and try and let's try and slope up a little bit here. So if I kind of go up by one little notch like that there, then go forward and then go up by one more little tiny notch like that, then maybe one more, and then we'll start leveling it up. I think should be okay for a rough mouse shape. I mean, loads of mice just look completely different anyway, so I'm not really basing this on any particular one. So let's kind of go across there like that. Then I might add slopes maybe going down on the other side, just to make it look a little bit different. I have noticed that this is a very small mouse mat compared to the size of the mouse. Is a little bit bizarre. I might make the mouse a little bit smaller, but yeah, we can add kind of some of these wedges in on this side. So let's make the mouse slightly shorter on this side then, shall we? Just so it doesn't look so weird. And let's do the bigger wedges just so this fits in okay. Let's just do these 2x2 ones, and then this is going to slope down pretty sharply to go to the ground again there like that. Does that link up right? I think this is going to link up perfectly actually. Yep, there we go. That links up with the ground there. So a bit of a weird shape for a mouse. So then the only other thing is I need to do is go and fill in the sides as well. So let's go and turn this one sideways. We can go all the way down to the ground, and we can just fill this until it covers up the entire side. Strange looking mouse, I know, but it's an old computer. There used to be weird things like this. So there we go. That's the mouse. Then we just need to add the actual buttons that are going to be on the top, and let's use these flat ones like this here. And And let's just go for the dark gray again that we used on the other side. Oh, no, that's black. There we go. Dark gray. And let's use the slightly bigger ones of these. Do they have them here? 2x2. There we go. They should fit in perfectly, actually. If I do one here like that. And then if I actually, no, let's do... Maybe... I'm not sure how to do these, actually. Let's just do them small, and then I can just do it exactly as I want it, because it doesn't really fit in exactly, unless I do them going right to the very edge. I guess I could do that. If I do them like that there, and then that way, that there. We don't really have room for a scroll wheel, but that looks okay. And then let's just do a cable. We can just do the cable going into the keyboard, maybe, will be a little bit easier. And then that will pretty much be my computer complete. So, of course, there is more detail that I could add. I could get silly, and I could start building a giant desk chair, and I could do all the power cables and stuff. But I think, though, for my challenge of building a computer in the time that I had in this video, I think I have succeeded in that challenge. It was probably one of the more easier things to build, just because there was so many big blocky things. But this was fun. Look at that. There is my enormous computer built in Lego Worlds in about 20 minutes or so. I am rather proud of my creation. So, right then. That's pretty much the end of this episode here. So if you have any suggestions for things that you want me to build in the future, just like Cool Cat Gaming did, then feel free to let me know. Leave a comment down below, and if I like your suggestion, then I may build it in the future just like this one. I will say, though, with the suggestions, I like kind of more original things. Don't just suggest things that are built in Minecraft. Don't say, I don't know, building big models of me or my friends or anything. Just kind of interesting one-off things like this are the kind of stuff that I'd really love to build. And look at me just pretending I'm typing by jumping up and down on the keyboard. I didn't realize quite how big it was until I started running around on my spongy table. Anyway, though, that is the end of this episode here. There will be more Lego Worlds coming soon in the future. There'll be a link down in the description to the next episode if you want to watch it straight away, assuming it is already online. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!